Well, we've pre-fitted the case together. All of the side panels and front bezel is finished. At this point, it's just a matter of adding some little extra details. I've had some ideas of doing a Homer Simpson face and Krusty the Clown face, one on each of the front 120mm fans. Here's the blue anodized bezel up close. This is 1 1/4 inch thick CNC milled bezel that's been anodized blue. We've added Bulgin anti-vandal power switch and hard drive activity LED. These are both blue. Currently the case is just wired to a hot wired power supply. That's why it's getting power. The Aero Cool Panel 2 door we had anodized blue as well. And there's a display right there. It's actually a pretty nice unit. As you can currently see, on the left column is the RPM on the fans, and the right column is the current temperature inside the empty case, which is between 79 and 81 degrees Fahrenheit. We were debating about painting this little panel here yellow or something, but we decided to keep it silver. The fans that I'm running are Yate-Loon 120mm clear LED fans, which are 47 CFM and 28 dBA. Those are the two intake fans. Here on the side is another Yate-Loon fan, which is acting as an exhaust fan here, and this is an anodized blue MMPC Tech machined 120mm grill. And then on the back we've got another fan here, exhaust, and what we did is we painted the fan grill yellow, this school bus yellow again, and the screws are painted with a metal cast blue metallic paint. Right now I don't have the 4-inch blue cold cathode lights in it, but we will be putting those back in later. Basically, we just wanted to pre-fit everything, see how it fit, and do some cable management before we put the system in. And just take another glance around. We've come a long way since part 1 when we first took the Ultra Microfly out of the box. It's looking pretty cool here. We're very pleased with the results, and Brad's going to go over the hardware we just received.
This is actually a $100 item, also from Micro Center, which is both a nicely sized keyboard and a toggle mouse. You may not be able to, be an administrative assistant or an accountant with such a keyboard, but it will work just fine for my needs as a multimedia PC. It operates at the 2.4 gigahertz range, and this is the adapter that goes into the computer, and it goes to 100 feet. I'm a little suspicious about that rating, but we will cross our fingers and hope this does not conflict with my Wi-Fi network in general. Also at Micro Center, I purchased this 320 gig Serial ATA Western Digital hard drive. It is 7200 RPM, which I will be just fine and satisfied with. Also at Micro Center, I picked up this Serial ATA DVD burner. Just a standard one, nothing special. And I chose Serial ATA for cleaner cable setup, and we'll get to that when we get into the cable management.
It's got the light scribe on it too.
Oh, that will be very nice. And then we have the CPU that we're going to use, which is an AMD 64 Athlon X2, which is rated at 2.4 gigahertz. Here we have the Xilinx Extrema CPU cooler with copper fins and a 120mm blue LED fan in the middle there. And we decided to use this fan instead of the OEM heatsink fan combination that came with the CPU. And this one you can actually tweak the decibel level down to 18 decibels with this knob right here.
What's with the gloves, Brad? Are you going to do surgery here, or?
These have two possible purposes. This could help you with honing your skills as a cat burglar, but they are also ESD safe gloves to cancel out the effect that my shoes are having. Now we have the main hardware component of any computer, the motherboard. And this is an Asus M3N78EMH HDMI motherboard. It is specifically a multimedia motherboard. And it has 6 serial ATA connections. It has the full 24-pin power supply P1 connection. It has both D-sub and DVI connections. Thank goodness we still have the PS2 keyboard and mouse connections. And it has Realtek 8-channel high-definition audio, all of those embedded on the motherboard. If you like to, and you had room, there is a PCI Express slot for a video card of your choice. Now, I'm going to just show what the motherboard guide says is the best way to put the memory in. What it describes is an A1 and an A2, the first yellow and the first black one, and a B1 and a B2. Now, since I'm only going to put 2 gigs of memory in here, I'm going to put them in A1 and A2.
What kind of memory did you buy here?
I bought G-Skill, and it is DDR2, and they are 2 1 gig sticks, so I'll end up with 2 gigs of memory.
Did you choose to get the blue anodized heat spreader on these, or did they just come that way?
They came that way.
That's cool. I mean, couldn't be any better, huh?
No, I enjoy that. And now we move on to the Mac Daddy of this whole system, really, other than the actual case itself. This is a Tagen BZ series, as you can read, 700 watt power supply. And that item comes with many accoutrements, like these ESD safe gloves. In addition, a pleather encased manual with many different languages. And it is a modular power supply where I get several different attachments. And in this case, I'm only going to need 1.
Yeah, just for the optical drive and the hard drive,
yeah,
which is nice.
One of these is going to leave us with 2 extras because each one comes with 4. In addition, it comes with a method to go from the serial ATA over to back to the old IDE type.
Now, I saw on the website that the connections light up. Each one of those light up, the rings on there. I don't know if it only lights up if it's generating power through that connection or if they all do or not. But I thought that was pretty cool. I'd never seen that before.
That's really cool, and I would hope we would stick with the blue.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
As long as that'll work out.
Okay. Are you ready, Brad? This is what we've been waiting for.
I'm ready.
Sweet. See, there's our the LED power switch, and we got the hard drive activity. Yep, there she goes. Sweet. We got that going. And that warning you heard is the aero cool will always do that when you first power it up. So, but check it out on the Tagen BZ. Check it out how it is. Whatever connections you use do light up on it. So that's pretty cool. 120 millimeter exhaust fan. Another 120 millimeter exhaust fan, and then the 120 millimeter CPU fan is sandwiched in between these two fans here, so it doesn't really get any better than that. And then we've got, if we want, we've got our speed control mounted right here, so we can tweak down that fan or we can turn it up. So, and we're using the tape of the gods here to hold this on nice and firm. So there you go, Brad. Pretty awesome, huh?
Very nice. When you've done everything you should have done, you should have a clean device manager just like this.
Nice work, Brad.
Well, when it comes with the driver disc, it helps.
She's a beaut. We painted the optical drive blue too, so you know, trying to stay color consistent here. Ooh, I love that bulging switch and that hard drive activity flash. That's awesome. Awesome. Ooh. That beautiful blue going on inside there. Sure, we got that yellow SATA cable right in the way. No. We can move that later. But, I mean, you just don't have a lot of room in there to hide stuff, you know? So, that's it, guys. We're done. On to the next project.